You're obviously very busy at home at the moment with the intake of yearlings just gone 2-year-olds. Has it got a full house again?
Yes, very much so. We'd have 142-year-olds in at the moment. So yeah, really exciting time. Everyone's bubble is intact, so the dream is still alive for all 140 of them at this point. They're going up sides at the moment, and they'll start galloping at the end of this month. And yeah, when you have that sort of number, you know, you'd always hope for some sort of consistency in the strength of the crop. But on paper, they look like a really good bunch, and very happy with how things have gone so far through the winter.
One of the foundations of your business model, I guess, has been producing horses for His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed Al Maktoum. A few of them come over here, a few get sold, but you say that you've perhaps got your strongest team of older horses this year.
For sure, yes. You know, for quite a few years, you know, we produced a lot of horses to then run for Godolphin later on in their careers. You know, horses like Monterosso that won the World Cup had been with us the previous season. This year we're in a very fortunate position that His Highness has left a lot of his better 3-year-olds from last year with us for their older horse campaigns. So to go into the year with the likes of Dee Ex Bee, last year's Derby second, is very exciting. And also, you know, one horse that I'm really looking forward to is Mildenberger, who didn't really get a chance to show his true worth last year. His last run was in the Dante, finishing behind Roaring Lion. We all know how good that form is. Sadly, it was just one setback after another last summer. But he seems very well in himself, and you know, he was a high quality horse in his early runs, and like I say, we didn't really get a chance to see what he could achieve as a 3-year-old. So the dream for him will be races like the Coronation Cup and things like that. So a lot to look forward to for His Highness this year.
And Dee Ex Bee, obviously you mentioned that second in the Derby. Not quite seen the worth of it with Massar not being out since, but what sort of campaign would you have with him? 1.5 mile races?
To be honest, I think we maybe partially because Mildenberger is in the same camp, but also because of his run style. He's always been a horse that has had a lot of stamina, stayed very well, and I think he'll probably start off in something like the Sagara or the Henry II with a view to a potential cup campaign. You know, to be an Ascot Gold Cup or a Goodwood Cup and a top level stayer at home, you need the class of a group 1.5 mile horse like we've seen with Stradivarius in the last couple of years. You need a very good 1.5 mile horse that stays, and he ticks those boxes very well. So like I say, he'll probably start off in one of the known cup trials, with a view to the Ascot Gold Cup or something like that.
And then Communique is another one in those colours. He had more racing last year, but really progressed well with it. What, again, group races for him this year?
Yeah, he had a fantastic season. Just kept defying the handicapper, basically kept rising through the ranks. I think he started off 83, 84 and finished the year nearly to 110. So yeah, very progressive horse, and yeah, life will be tougher for him now. He's going to have to go up in grade and run in group races like you say, but he did nothing but improve last year, and if he can maintain that upward curve, he's another exciting horse for the year.
And any other horse from the yard, not necessarily for His Highness Sheikh Hamdan, that you're looking forward to?
I think another horse that had a slightly curtailed season last year due to injury was Natalie's Joy, a filly that was sent off a very short price favourite at Royal Ascot, largely because of the regard that she was held in at home, and sadly on the day things didn't work out. She then won a listed race at Newbury, and was being campaigned with the Lowther, the Chieveley Park, those kind of races in mind. Like I say, sadly she had some setbacks, but you'll probably see her in the 1,000 Guineas. That's the sort of regard she's held in at home. We think, you know, we have Main Edition in the yard, who is a Royal Ascot winning juvenile and a very good 2-year-old filly. But Natalie's Joy has always been sort of the top of the tree as regards our 2-year-olds last year, and you know, she's a horse we're really looking forward to.